You see the pictures online, right? That stunning wolf-like dog with those piercing blue eyes that just stare right into your soul. And you think, that's the dog for me. But here's what the pictures don't show you: the chaos. They don't show you the shredded furniture, the frantic midnight searches through the neighborhood, or the stubborn, scary, smart intelligence that will outsmart you. You're thinking about bringing home a dream dog. But if you make these 7 common mistakes, that dream will turn into a nightmare, fast. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on more animals, travel, and lifestyle content like this. Let's get started. That beautiful, independent, and wild-looking dog you've fallen for is a Siberian Husky. And while they are one of the most incredible companions you could ever have, they are not like other dogs, not even close. Huskies were bred for one specific demanding job: to pull sleds across huge, frozen landscapes for hours at a time. That history is baked into their DNA. It shapes how they think, how they act, and what they need from you to be happy. Ignoring these basic truths is the fastest way to make both you and your dog miserable. Today, we're going to break down the 7 most common and most disastrous mistakes that new Husky owners make. These are the things that lead to stressed-out owners and unhappy dogs who too often end up in shelters. By understanding them, you can avoid them and build an amazing bond with your Husky. So if you're serious about getting a Husky, or if you're struggling with one you already have, this is for you. Let's get into it. The single biggest mistake, the one that causes so many other problems, is not truly understanding the insane amount of exercise a Husky needs. This isn't your average walk-around-the-block dog. This is a world-class endurance athlete in a fur coat. These dogs were born to run. For them, it's not a hobby, it's a need. A huge mistake is thinking a big backyard is enough. It's not. A Husky won't just go out and entertain itself. All that pent-up energy has to go somewhere, and it usually goes into destruction. This is when you come home to find your drywall chewed, your garden dug up like you're searching for gold, and your favorite shoes destroyed. Your dog isn't being bad. It's screaming, "I am so bored," in the only language it knows. An under-exercised Husky is a ticking time bomb. So what do? You have to commit to at least 1 to 2 hours of real hard exercise every single day. We're talking running, hiking, or biking with your dog safely harnessed to you. We're talking intense games like long-distance fetch or agility training. You have to tire them out physically. Just remember this: a tired Husky is a happy Husky. If you can't provide this, day in and day out, rain or shine, then a Husky honestly isn't the right dog for you. Right after their need for physical exercise is their need for a mental workout. Huskies are incredibly smart, but it's not the eager-to-please intelligence you see in a golden retriever. It's a clever, problem-solving, independent kind of smarts that comes from a dog bred to make its own decisions out on the ice. When you don't challenge that brain, you create a monster. A bored Husky is a destructive and loud Husky. This is where that famous howling comes in. They'll also invent their own games, which usually involve redecorating your house in a style we'll call, disaster chic. They will test every boundary and find every single weakness in your routine. Puzzle toys and training sessions aren't just nice extras, they are absolutely essential. The fix is to make their brain work just as hard as their body. Get a bunch of different puzzle toys and switch them out to keep things new. Work on training every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Teach them new tricks. Take them to new places with new smells and sights. This mental work gives them a job, which satisfies that working dog instinct and honestly stops them from deciding their new job is to be your home's demolition expert. You'll hear people say Huskies are impossible to train. That's not really true. Huskies are just impossible to train if you're impatient or all over the place with your rules. Their intelligence is a double-edged sword. They learn commands fast, but they also learn very quickly whether or not you're a leader worth listening to. The mistake most people make is being inconsistent. If you don't set clear rules and boundaries from day one, your Husky will gladly take over as the boss of the house. Another major error is using harsh punishments. Yelling at or punishing a husky won't earn their respect. It will just break their trust and can lead to fear or aggression, which makes training even harder. Good training is all about patience and positive reinforcement. Start the day you bring them home. Keep your training sessions short and fun because they have the attention span of a gnat. Use high-value treats and tons of praise when they get it right. And most importantly, be consistent. Everyone in the house has to be on the same page. Sit has to mean sit every single time, not just when your husky feels like it. You have to be a firm but fair leader. If you are, you'll have a dog that's not just well-behaved, but completely devoted to you. Never, ever underestimate a husky's desire and ability to escape. They aren't just dogs, they are furry little escape artists. They're the Houdinis of the dog world. They have a powerful drive to run and explore, and they mix that with a scary level of intelligence. The mistake is thinking your yard is secure. To a husky, a normal 4-foot fence is just a suggestion. They are expert climbers, jumpers, and diggers. They'll test every latch, find every weak spot, and can slip out of a collar or harness like magic. 1 second of distraction, one door left open, can turn into a frantic, heartbreaking search for a lost dog who is now miles away, having the time of his life but in serious danger. To stop an escape, you need to turn your yard into a fortress. You need a fence that's at least 6 feet high, maybe even with an overhang that curves inward. You should bury wire or concrete at the base of the fence to stop them from digging out. And never, ever leave them unsupervised in the yard. When you're out, they must always be on a leash. Their recall is famously bad. If they see a squirrel, they're gone. Being this careful isn't paranoid. It's just responsible husky ownership. A lot of new owners look at this high-energy dog and just assume they need a mountain of food. This is a big mistake and can be really harmful. Huskies actually have incredibly efficient metabolisms, which they developed from needing to work hard on very little food. Overfeeding is a huge problem. It leads to obesity, which puts terrible strain on their joints and can cause a whole host of health issues, from hip dysplasia to diabetes. Also, not all dog foods are the same. A cheap food full of fillers like corn and soy can cause stomach problems and allergies. They also have some unique needs and can be prone to zinc deficiency, which causes skin issues. The key is to focus on quality, not quantity. Huskies do best on a high-quality, protein-rich diet where meat is the #1 ingredient. Watch their portions carefully and don't give in to begging for table scraps. Since their stomachs can be sensitive, sticking to a regular feeding schedule is key. And most importantly, talk to your vet to pick the right food and see if your husky might need any supplements, like zinc or omega fatty acids for their coat. Good nutrition is the foundation of a long and healthy life. You know that thick, beautiful double coat that everyone loves? It's basically a full-time job. New owners are often shocked by the sheer amount of fur a husky produces. That coat has 2 layers, a soft, dense undercoat for warmth and a longer top coat of guard hairs that repels water and dirt. The mistake is not brushing them regularly. If you don't, that shedding fur gets trapped and creates painful mats. This isn't just ugly. Matted fur pulls on their skin, can cause infections, and ruins the coat's ability to keep them warm or cool. Then, twice a year, they blow their coat. This is when clumps of undercoat come out for weeks on end. If you're not brushing them daily during this time, your house will look like it's been hit by a fur blizzard. And please, never ever shave a husky in the summer thinking you're helping them stay cool. That double coat is what protects them from both heat and sun. Shaving it off is like taking the insulation out of your house. It actually makes it worse and exposes their pale skin to dangerous sunburn. Because huskies are so friendly with people, a lot of owners assume they don't need a lot of focused socialization. This can be a serious mistake. A husky's friendliness is usually aimed at humans, but their strong prey drive can make things tricky with other animals, especially small ones. The mistake is keeping them in a bubble. If you don't expose your husky puppy to lots of different sights, sounds, people, and other dogs in a positive, controlled way, well, They can grow up to be fearful or reactive. An unsocialized husky might be terrified of strangers or aggressive towards other dogs, making walks a nightmare. They might see cats or small dogs as prey, which is a dangerous instinct you need to manage from a very young age. Proper socialization needs to start early and keep going. When they're young, introduce them to all kinds of new things. Sign up for a puppy class so they can learn how to play nicely. Set up supervised play dates with calm adult dogs you trust. Teach them to be confident around new people. This early exposure helps them grow into a well-adjusted, confident dog that's a joy to be around, not a liability. So, that's it. The 7 mistakes that can completely wreck your life with a Siberian Husky. It sounds like a lot because it is. Owning a Husky isn't something you do casually. It's a lifestyle. It takes time, energy, and a ton of patience. But if you can give them the exercise they need, the mental challenges they crave, the consistent leadership they respect, and the safe home they require, you will be rewarded with one of the most loyal, smart, and fascinating friends you could ever ask for. The bond you can build with a Husky is truly something special. Now I want to hear from you. If you're an experienced Husky owner, what's one piece of advice you'd give to someone new to the breed? Drop it in the comments below. Let's help each other out. And if you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up and subscribe for more. It really helps the channel. Thanks for watching, and go give your Husky an ear scratch for me.